Hey, I'm Heath Parker, and it's fight day. To get myself in the right headspace for this intro, I just finished watching one of the great classic boxing matches of all time, Muhammad Ali vs. Ken Norton 3. It should then come as no surprise that I'm here today to talk about boxing, what makes it special to me, and why I wanted to play a boxer in Starfinder. So, my dad wasn't around all the time when I was a kid, but when he was, we watched a lot of boxing and a lot of movies, and sometimes movies about boxing. In fact, one of the fondest memories with my dad is when I was about 10, we went to the mountains for Christmas break and he rented, I believe, the first 4 Rocky movies, and we watched all of them over the course of the vacation. Since then, boxing has always reminded me of my dad, and that nostalgia has fueled my increased interest in the sport as I've gotten older. My dad was a big Tyson fan, so the trifecta of Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, and Lennox Lewis laid the groundwork for everything I knew about boxing in my younger years. As I got older, every now and then I'd miss my dad and get to thinking about him, or just get a case of that nostalgia and put on a fight. I remember when John and I lived together the first time and I went through one of my boxing spells. He got really interested too, and we watched all of the Ali-Frazier fights. So to me, boxing, and really sports in general, has always been a way to bond with people I care about. Now, you can say that about all sports, really, whether it be soccer or NASCAR, but there's always been something special about boxing. First of all, compared to most sports, boxing feels quite rare. You won't see your favorite fighter in the ring more than 3, maybe 4 times a year. If sports like baseball, football, or soccer are serialized TV shows, then boxing is a blockbuster movie. And the movies you're most excited about you want to see in theaters in the moment of their cultural relevance. So speaking of movies, the other reason I think I've always gravitated to boxing after all these years is that I'm a fan of great drama, of great stories, great movies. And boxing, more than any other sport, lends itself to that endeavor. I mean, seriously, Google boxing movies, and then Google any other list of sport movies, and I guarantee you, not only will there be significantly more boxing movies, but more of those boxing movies will actually be good films in their own right. I said earlier that my dad introduced me to the Rocky movies at a young age, and despite some of the missteps of the later films in that franchise, I would argue that the first 2 Rocky movies are some of the greatest examples of classic American cinema. Rocky itself was nominated for 9 Academy Awards and won 2 of them. Aside from that, I can name half a dozen genuinely good films based around the sport. When I was a teenager, my dad introduced me to $1 Million Baby, and it's still one of my favorite films. And that's not to mention Raging Bull, Ali, The Fighter, The Boxer, which starred Daniel Day-Lewis, for God's sake. There's just something about boxing that makes for good storytelling. It has built-in drama. The protagonists and antagonists are easily identifiable, and the sport itself is simple to understand. But despite that simplicity, the genre lends itself to very complex, emotional, interpersonal, and intrapersonal conflict. By now you may be asking, what does this have to do with Starfinder? I've always been enamored with the mythos, grandeur, and conflict of boxing and boxing films, and I wanted the opportunity to tap into that and embody it by playing a character like Titanium Mike. I also think it's relevant that, much like playing a TTRPG, boxers are essentially playing a combat-based game within a set of limited rules while trying to balance the relationships in their lives. I think at the end of the day, Titanium Mike is my way of saying thank you to my dad and celebrating the ways he's influenced me. My mom's an MMA fan, so maybe I'll do one for her and that unique brand of combat sports later on. Anyway, I've gushed about boxing for far too long, so let's get ready to rumble with a little bit more boxing in episode 42, The Great Mike Hype.
So, lady and gentlemen,
Sir.
Sup?
How y'all doing?
How your mama now?
She's alright. Yeah, she's good. She's good. How your mom? How your cuz?
Good.
Everything good?
Good.
Alright.
They said come see him.
Alright.
Yeah.
I expected a let's get ready to rumble so hard, and I was thrown off.
I thought it was coming too, to be honest.
That was last week's ending deal. I'm not gonna come back in with that. No, I do have a question for y'all though. I do have a serious question. Well, maybe not too serious, but a question.
We're waiting.
So, you're waiting? Are you waiting?
Bated
Anytime
breath.
you're ready.
I'm literally holding my breath waiting. Please say it so I can breathe again.
Oh, well then let me take my time.
My breasts are so baited.
No, the question that I have is that, okay, so we're 2 books into this adventure path, right? We're 2 books in. We're like getting into book 3, right? Do you guys feel like we're getting into book 3? I know we've been through like a lot of RP episodes, but like I promise you, this is book 3. What we're doing is book 3.
I don't believe you.
Well,
don't either.
So it's like a
I do.
2.5.
I kind of do,
right
I'll
now.
be honest.
Guys, why would Adam lie to us?
yeah.
Never lied to us.
Oh.
He's gonna start on by that.
Keep it together.
Let me count the ways.
But yeah, it's so weird that he's being honest about
here's
lying.
the thing. So the thing is we're 2 books in, and what is this, episode 42, the answer to life and everything? Mm-hmm. The deal is what I want to know is, when we started this endeavor, when we started playing, Starfinder and started this adventure path, 2 books in, is there anything that you were expecting to face or deal with or like encounter that you haven't yet? Like, I mean, is there something that you were like certain that we would have dealt with at this point that we haven't yet?
I'm afraid to say, because if I do, then you'll throw it at us.
That's a really good question, though.
I mean, Gerblins.
Environmental hazards
Fucking
are probably the
Gerblins.
biggest one for me.
Yeah.
Environmental
really,
hazards, that's kind of would be my answer
environmental
if I
hazards,
was going to
sure.
answer, is that
Either
this
that or
AP doesn't really have a lot of that in it, compared to some of the other APs where, with Dead Suns, obviously we all know what the environmental hazards is. That the first book, you're in fucking outer space,
Void death and stuff, yeah.
void death, and you have to deal with zero gravity and all that. And then, of course, with Dawn of Flame, you have all the kind of exposure to
Hey, shut up.
fire and elemental
I'ma
stuff.
run that.
Well, I'm just saying, okay, I'm not giving spoilers
coming.
away. I'm just saying
Flame
the
in the
general
fire.
vibe of that is you're on the fucking sun, so I imagine there's probably some flame environmental problems to deal with. But against the Aeon Throne, it's so specifically like against this one faction who's also very human, like the whole environmental stuff and the disease and type stuff hasn't really come into play. I mean, I know, Heath, you built a character specifically to be against disease, and you haven't really faced a lot of that, have you?
Look, I'm not worried about it. I trust you. It's coming. It's totally coming. I built this
Listen,
character
I just run
for
the books,
good reason.
Well, I mean, that's funny because John, we didn't talk about it in our level up, but you also took a feat this level to increase your fortitude saves, right?
'cause
You
it was at
greater-
3, now it's at 5, because I took great fortitude.
oh,
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
Necessary.
well, I mean, the thing is,
Modified.
I guess as a group, we were all a little worried about disease, poisons, environmental factors, those type of things. And it hasn't really come up yet, has it?
No.
Do you think that's going to happen in book 3? Are you guys worried about that happening in book 3?
at least one of those things.
I think it's going to happen in the
Maybe.
next AP. The next AP is going to be all about that.
You think the next
Yeah.
AP is going to be all about fortitude saves? That's not a bad.
I think it's going to be
it's gonna be
fortitude,
all about
will.
Will
saves.
saves. Will
I was
saves,
going to
man.
say, I think it's going to be will saves.
I've got that shit in spare.
I think it would lead you to believe it's going to be about will saves, and it will, but I think fortitude is still going to come up.
Well, I'll tell you what is not a problem in your current situation is fortitude or will saves, because it's going to be about reflex saves and your strength, because we got a fucking boxing match to do
That's
tonight.
what I'm fucking talking about, dude.
Yeah.
Seriously.
We've got a goddamn boxing match to do. Fucking Titanium Mike is back.
Titanium Mike in the house.
Visual humor doesn't work. I fucking flex so hard.
Before we get in the story and we get in the game or whatever, Heath, I gotta ask you directly. Did you ever think that your boxing was going to come up in the adventure path? I mean, I know that was a big part of your background and everything like that, but did you ever think you were going to be in a situation where you would actually be boxing again?
Short answer, yes. I trust you
Really?
enough that I thought that you would incorporate it somehow, even if it wasn't in the AP. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm excited. I'm excited about this. Before we get into it, look, we got a boxing match to do, and what I wanted to avoid was having this be a series of unarmed attack rolls, right? Just back and forth, unarmed attack, unarmed attack, unarmed attack.
Claw
So
full
with a
attacks,
little-
back and forth, yeah.
Sure, right. So with your help, being, knowledgeable in boxing and everything, we've developed this little mini game that we're going to try out here. We are going to debut a homebrewed mechanic here, boxing.
I'm fucking
Feel free to take
excited.
it as you want. I'm probably going to develop this as we go through the 3 fights, but as it stands right now for fight 1, I'm going to give you the brief rundown of what the deal is, okay? What it's going to come down to is that there's 2 pools. You have offensive points and defensive points. And these are going to be 6-round. We decided that these are going to be 6-round matches, right? Instead of the normal 12-round, this is street fighting. It's going to be 6-round instead of 12. Each round, you're going to roll your athletics. Your roll on that is the amount of points that you get to put in your offensive point pool. And then you're going to roll a reflex save. And that roll is going to be the amount of defensive points that you have to spend. Okay, so that's 2 separate pools of points. The offensive points, obviously, you can spend on 4 different types of punches. A jab, a straight, a hook, and an uppercut. Those are increasing in damage values and also in point cost. Your defensive choices are a block and a slip. And those also have varying things. And we'll get to that when we get into the fight. But this is something that we created, and I'm really excited to share this with y'all. Now, what I'm going to ask of the rest of you who are not in this fight, I need you to be the crowd. I need you to be Mike's support team. I need you guys to be engaged in giving us this environment of a fight, right? Can you do that? Is everybody good for this? Is everybody excited to do a fucking boxing match in
I'm
Starfinder?
ready to see how this plays out, for sure. I
Yeah.
want to see Mike kick this perilous ass.
The thing is, though, you all are going to roll enthusiasm checks, and if you reach a threshold, you give me inherent bonuses.
Oh, nice.
For
I'm
real?
lying. I'm completely lying. We didn't incorporate that, but I was like, maybe he'll
So
go
we didn't.
with it.
No, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to allow Fell as your corner man to roll I think probably persuasion or diplomacy would be the best thing here.
Got a plus
And-
0 to that.
Nice.
Okay, well look, if you roll above a 10, you'll give him 2 extra points to spend on his offensive point buy and 2 extra points to spend on his defense.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Generous.
I was
Okay.
just making
Generous.
shit up, and it turned into real.
No, I like it. I like the
mechanics.
idea. Like the corner man should be involved in some way, and I like that. All right. So here we go. We're in this curtained off area that's Mike's kind of little prep room, which the 5 of you are in. And you hear this "Let's get ready to rumble" announcement, and you know that the fight is about to start. And you hear the announcer. It is Bright. And he's continuing with his "Let's get ready to rumble" through this weird translator device. And he says, "In the left corner, we have the Paralith, who is the opponent of Mike. And because he is the opponent of Mike, Mike is going to be the one that he fights. And because he's fighting Mike, he is part of this competition. And in the right corner, we have Mike, who is a Vesk, who was a former boxer. You might know him as Titanium Mike because that is his nickname. And because his nickname is Titanium Mike, this is how you might know him. He's a almost regional champ from the far reaches of space. Titanium Mike, the boxer, who is a boxer because he can box. Woo! And at this point,
Yes. Mikey, get him. Beat him.
And at this point, Mike and Fel kind of start walking towards the ring while the rest of you kind of fan out into the crowd stands. You guys got VIP seats
we're
or
ringside.
whatnot.
We're ringside.
Yeah, you're like right there. You're like right in Mike's corner.
Well, they would walk with. They'd be my entourage until. They
Okay,
got
sure.
loose.
You guys kind of walk with him, but only Fel and Mike actually get to the corner of the ring. The rest of them go and sit down. Mike, I gotta ask you, what's going through your head right now?
Man, so when we first talked about a 3 different fight, basically bare knuckle boxing match tournament, which is what this is, Mike freaked out a little bit. He was like, I haven't boxed in well over a decade. I don't know what I'm getting into. I know what one of my opponents is, but none of the others. He kind of, counterintuitive to who Mike is, got freaked out. But then when he saw the odds on the bet sheets, he was like, oh, at least for the first fight, I'm fucking good. Like, I should be cool. Never expected that, but he was like, yeah, all right, it boosted his confidence. But I will say, having been in his, like, room in the back and walking to the ring, there's a lot of baggage on this fight because he hasn't boxed in so long. And the last time he boxed, he was completely betrayed by his, like, kind of surrogate father, you know? Like, he won that fight and was cheated because he couldn't get the knockout. So I think he's dealing with a lot of that baggage, but he's also, more than ever in his life, determined to, whatever these fights are, I'm going to get the fucking knockout. They're not going to go the distance. They're not going to have the chance to go to the points.
Right. That's significant, right? That's a big deal to Mike, is like, do not leave it in the hands of the judges.
Yeah, he doesn't trust judges.
Okay. Well, Mike, in his orange trunks with white trim, in his orange robe with white trim, approaches the ring. And you step into the ring, and you see the Paralith kind of just pacing back and forth in its corner. Now, the Paralith has like this kind of like these plastic guards over its claws. Because if you remember, the Paralith, if it hits, does like this paralysis effect. But, you know, despite being pirates, the Glimshars are wanting this to be as fair a fight as possible. And so
they have a code,
and
right?
Also, the Paralith, like, they have a code. And the Paralith also himself, being maybe misunderstood, whatever, isn't trying to kill Mike at all. And he has no problems, like, putting these covers over his nails. So as if this is just a straight up fair fight, okay? As far as that goes. So, you're in your corner. Paralith is kind of pacing back and forth. What's Mike doing in his corner?
Mike he's pounding his gloves together. He's turning to Fel, and ironically, he's reassuring Fel, being like, look, I know you've never done this job, right? But look, just hype me up. Tell me if I'm missing something that you think I don't see, all right? And you'll be fine. And he turns around, he's still pounding his gloves, but at the same time, he's very much thinking about what he perceives as a betrayal from his best friend Zeno. He's still thinking about this whole Zeno thing.
Yeah, and Zeno is not in his corner right now. You got Fel in your corner, and Zeno's in the stands, just kind of probably. Let me ask you, John, how's Zeno feeling not being his cornerman?
Well, Zeno feels like he very, very much deserves that slight. He feels like he did betray his best friend. but he wants to support him however he can. He wants to move past this mistake. He feels very remorseful that he withheld this information.
All right, so Zeno's feeling like a sad sack. Let's get into this fucking fight. How about that?
Let's do it. Let's do this mini game that me and Adam created together.
Yeah. All right. So the first step of the mini game is that each boxer is going to roll an athletics check. Okay? So go ahead, Mike. Roll your athletics. What'd you get?
I rolled really poorly for the first round of this fight. I got a 14 total.
Ooh, that's not great. All right, the Paralith is going to. So yeah, Mike's kind of like first time fighting in a while.
Wait, doesn't Fel have to also roll some kind of check to see if he gets 2 extra points?
Now, if Fella would like to try to like boost him up, he can roll. Yeah, go ahead. So go ahead and roll your diplomacy.
So Fella's new at this and shouts out at him. I mean, just punch the guy? Fuck, I don't know. I rolled a 5.
There you go.
You rolled a 5, so yeah, he's very new at this. And Mike's like, yeah, no, I gotta punch the guy, you know, like
Because that's
This is
totally
gonna
Mike's
be-
voice.
This is shaping up to be a really bad first round.
All right. So also now I need each boxer to roll a reflex save.
I rolled a 7.
Oh, no.
Total.
Oh, that's not good. It's not good.
This is very not good for the first
Come on,
fight.
knock the rust off.
Okay.
Just so you know, my maximum on athletics is 31. I rolled a 14.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. So here's what you do with your offensive points. You have 4 punches to choose from. A jab, which deals 1d2 damage and costs 1 offensive point. A straight, which does 1d4 damage and costs 2 offensive points. A hook, which does 1d6 damage and costs 3 offensive points. And then an uppercut, which does 1d8 damage and 4 offensive point cost. So tell me, where are you going to spend your 14 offensive points?
So Mike, throughout his career, has never been much of a jab guy. He's always been a power puncher. Mike is going to, through this round, he's gonna give 4 straights, which are like, you know, like a jab is your weak hand. It's a straight punch to your enemy's face. A straight is your strong hand. Straight punch to your enemy's face. I'm going to do 4 straights.
So how many straights?
4. And I'm going to do 1 uppercut.
Ooh, get him.
All right. And you have 1 point left to spend, so you want to put that on a jab?
Yeah, I mean, you might as well. It's at least 1 free damage, right?
Actually,
I have a whole
2
nother
points
straight.
to spend,
I
so
have
you
a
could-
whole nother straight.
Yeah, so 5 straights
Yeah.
and 1 uppercut.
Yeah, which to me, it's like he's trying to counter punch a little bit. He's trying to wait for the other guy to throw punches and then throw a straight in response. And then look.
Well, he's got like these straights to kind of like maybe like fake him out, and you got this 1 uppercut that's going to come in when he's least expecting it because you've been leading with these straights for so long. All right, so you have 7 defensive points to spend. Now, the defensive maneuvers are a block, which costs 4 defensive points, which reduces a flat -2 to the opponent's total defensive
damage?
score.
Okay.
Yeah, right. And then a slip costs 8 defensive points, but it's a guaranteed -4 to the total damage. So there's no dice rolls involved in the defense, but they cost more, right? But they are a straight reduction in damage. You have 7 defensive points to spend, which is pretty crappy.
Which means I can only block once and waste 3 of my defensive points.
That's correct.
So I will
This
do
is
one
where the corner man comes into play, right?
Yeah. If I could get my shit together, yeah.
Zeno would be so much better at this, probably. Then what's your diplomacy?
No, Zevo would be the best.
Ziva would be the best. Yeah, she's got the highest.
And next
Ziva-
fight, I might take her instead of Cena.
Ziva's
Hell,
in the
Fel might
crowd going,
suggest it.
like screaming over the top of Phil's heads, like, fucking punch him, Michael!
All right, so let's roll your damage, Mike, first, because I'm not going to tell you what I spent what my offensive
Yeah,
point
of
roll
course.
is or what I spent. But let's start with yours. So you got 5 straights, which equals 5d4.
I rolled 14.
It's not a bad roll. 14 is not bad, dude. Okay, so you rolled a 14 with your straights, right? And then an
I get
uppercut.
one uppercut, which is a D8. I rolled a 3 on the D8.
A 3 on the D8.
17
Okay,
damage.
so that's 17 total. Okay.
Clean his clock, Mike.
All right, and then the Paralith is going to do his rolls here, right? So I will tell you now that I'm rolling 4d6. The Paralith seems to favor the hook, so you're noticing this
So
as
he's
you're
just throwing
fighting.
4 hooks?
This throwing 4 hooks and 1 jab.
It's a D,
right,
the
so-
jab is a D2. You have that die?
Well, I'm just doing evens odds,
Okay.
right? For that. Okay.
Just trying to not get
So
cheated.
you reduce. Right. Okay. So at the end of the day, you actually did okay. So round 1 looks like this. Mike starting at 104 HP. Has 14 defensive points, 7 defensive points. Does a total damage of 7. Okay. The Paralith was able to reduce 10, right? So it was 17 total, but because the Paralith had a pretty good defensive roll, was able to reduce that by 10. Mike, you're going to take 7 damage total, which isn't bad at all.
So it's a tied round.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys exchanged blows. You traded a lot.
So Mike dealt 8 damage total, and Paralith did 7 damage total.
Oh, I win the round.
Paralith was able to block more.
Yes, the Paralith had a... So I will just say for those of you listening, so you can understand the mechanics of this, the Paralith rolled a 13 on round 1 for offensive points and a 22 on defensive points, which is what gave him such a significant amount of blockage.
Right.
All right, but that's round 1.
No, but how
Soften
do you
him up,
determine?
Mike.
No, but how do you determine who wins the round?
Okay, so it's going to be the most damage dealt in a round, which means Mike wins round 1.
Round 1 with 8 damage. Okay.
Yeah,
Mike-
you do 8 damage. The Paralith does 7 total, which is you beat the Paralith by 1. So how's the crowd reacting to this?
Come on, keep up the heat.
Mike deals like 5 straights and gets the Paralith kind of confused. And as the Paralith makes its final hook, Mike sees this like opportunity to come in up under the hook and just get a rocking uppercut into the Paralith. Just blast him in the chin.
That hurt.
Yes! Like, Ziva's
Rock his
like
will.
angry screaming.
Okay. Round 2.
So-
let's get that athletics roll.
Fel wants to, in response to Mike coming to his corner in between rounds. So, look, I know that didn't seem great, but you won that round for sure. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. Like, if you can keep exactly that up and he keeps fucking up like that, you're good. You're golden.
All right, give me some water.
All right, roll that diplomacy, my man.
I got a 10. You said the DC was 10,
You
right?
got 10?
Yeah.
DC is 10s.
Nice.
Yeah,
So,
buddy.
that
All that
gives
matters.
Mike, that gives you 21 offensive points, and go ahead and roll your reflex save.
Seven. So I
All right,
rolled.
but that's
I
going to give you a
rolled
9.
I rolled a 19 on my athletics, which is good, pretty good. And I rolled a really bad reflex check, but he did boost me. My corner man did.
Right, he boosts you to with +2, so that brings it to a 9. So you have 9 defensive points to spend and 21 offensive points to spend. So talk to me. What are you going to do with your offensive points? You've got 21.
You know, Mike's going to deal a lot of damage, but he's probably going to take a lot of damage this round, too.
Okay, so my offensive points, I'm going to... Mike's going to readjust his strategy a little bit. And being that he got hooked a lot in the last round, he's going to throw some hooks in as well. He's going to drop 3 hooks in this round. He's going to drop 3 straights in this round and another 1 uppercut.
Okay, you still have 3 points to spend, so you can add another hook if you'd like.
Oh yeah, well I have 2 points. I have 2 points left. I counted to 19, so I have 1 more straight.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You have 2 points left. You can add a straight. All right, and then your defensive.
I'm gonna do 1.
You got 9 points, which is a
slip.
1 slip. Okay. All right, so let's get some damage rolled here. Let me get 4d4 on the straights.
Ooh, this is nerve wracking.
On the
4d4, right?
On the hooks?
Just on the straights.
Just on the
On the straights.
We're not to the hooks yet. Straights are the lowest.
Right, I got
punches.
No,
He's
jabs
not jabbing
are
at all. We've already
Yeah, so
established
4
Mike
straights.
don't jab much.
So 44s give you
12.
It's
12
respectable.
points
12.
on the straights.
Okay, let me get 3d6.
Come on.
Another 12.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay. All right, and then 1 uppercut, which is 1d8.
8.
Yes.
Oh, man.
8, my guy.
Plus, we're going to add your melee attack. We didn't do it last round. We were supposed to, but I didn't do it with mine either, which it's fine. They're the same.
Okay.
So, but you have a melee bonus of 9. So what we've done here is decided that it's 1 bonus, 1 melee bonus for the round. So that's an extra +9, which gives you a total of 41 damage dealt before any reduction. That's a huge round for Mike. Okay. All right, and now the Paralith is going to roll its rolls. He's going to do all them hooks. So that's 5d6.
He's just a slipping and a hooking, huh?
He's a hooking motherfucker.
I've been waiting
you know?
for somebody to say
man.
that.
19 damage.
All right, plus a straight. Minimum damage on that, so that's 20 plus his strength modifier, so that's pretty good hit. All right, now we talk about our defenses. Mike, you got...
How much was it total?
I'll tell you in a second. So, Mike, you did 1 defensive maneuver, which was a slip. So that's a -4, right?
Yep.
All right, and it's going to reduce also by a -4. Makes it a 37. So total, here's the round. Mike started with 96 HP for this round, got 21 offensive points, 9 defensive points, dealt 37 damage total, took 25 damage total, and is ending with 71 HP. The Paralith started with 58 HP and is ending with 21 HP. So it's 71 to 21 right now. Like, Mike's got this thing pretty locked up.
It was a very active round, though.
It was. Lots of punches.
We smashed each other back and forth, but I had way more punches.
Yeah, so it was a lot of... This round was very offensive and not very defensive. Each of you only executed 1 defensive maneuver this round. So it was just like a
slobber knocker.
Yeah, it was like a slugfest. I mean, it was a slugfest for sure. All right, we're going into round 3. Let me get that athletics check. Go ahead, Fel, and let me get that diplomacy check.
Dude,
So how's the crowd reacting as we're doing these rolls? Crowd, we're round 2. Mike is easily owning this fight.
You're wearing him
right
down.
now.
Keep at it.
Watch that defense.
Get him, Titty Mike!
Come on.
Everybody roll a perception. Everybody who's not fighting, Everybody but Fell and Mike, roll a perception.
I don't like this.
25.
This came out of nowhere.
25, okay.
24.
Big 19 from Warren.
Okay.
He got the nat 20.
He did
Zeno
get
got
the nat 20. All right, so Ziva and Oren. You notice some Dralix in the crowd.
Space asparagus.
Kind of like, yeah, they're kind of like grinding their teeth, right? And they're just like very upset about this. Okay. Zeno,
Yeah.
with your critical success, and I actually have this in my notes. I have a critical success condition. So I'm so glad one of you rolled it. You see the Dralix, and you see them exchange glances with each other, some suspicious glances. But you also notice, you particularly notice that they ever so quickly sideways glance at a reptoid in the crowd, wearing like an orange jumpsuit. And when they look at the reptoid doesn't acknowledge their glance at all. At all. But you see that they look directly at him, and then they get up and leave the fight. The Dralix do. The reptoid stays there unaffected. Round 3.
Oh my god.
Let's roll some fucking athletics checks.
So
I
curious.
kind of want to like chase after them, you know?
I would rather go after the reptoid, man.
I can I say what I rolled?
Yeah, absolutely.
Titanium Mike rolled a 20 on the athletics check and an 18 on the reflex.
Ooh, that's what you needed, bro.
That's good stuff.
You got him.
All right,
Mike.
now, let me ask
back
you.
in his swing now, dude.
So in the corner, Fell is giving him some boosts. Are you going to roll that diplomacy check for me?
Yes, I am.
I mean, I come to the corner and I said, look, I know you're not like cut out for this, but you've been doing great. I'm hyped up. I started rough, and we're coming up and coming up and coming up, and I'm about to knock this motherfucker out.
Yeah, so I rolled
Hell
a
yeah.
9 on that. Fell's response is going to be, yeah, just sure. Cut him up. I don't know. Get him. Get the guy.
All right, and he taps you on the shoulder with his hand, wrapped up boxing hands, like, it's fine. I got this.
All right. This is going to be an interesting round, I think. Paralith rolled some interesting things. So, Mike, you rolled a 20 on your offense and 18 on your defense, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So tell me, where are you going
I didn't get diplomacy bonuses.
No, you didn't. So tell me where you're going to spend your 20 offensive points.
Mike's trying to go for the kill.
Okay.
So Mike's doing one straight, two hooks, and 3 uppercuts.
Okay, so one straight, 3 hooks.
Nope. One straight, 2 hooks,
Uh-huh.
3 uppercuts.
Ooh, he's going in for the kill here. Big timing. Okay, let's get some damage rolls. Let me get that 1d4.
1.
Okay. Let me get those 2d6
no.
for the hooks. That's right.
Yeah, no,
Yep,
that's
you're
right.
right. 2d6 for the hooks.
Come on.
8.
Not bad.
All right. Let me get them 3d8 for the uppercuts. And Mike is just over there, just like laying into this dude.
13.
All right, so that's a total of 31 damage before any defensive reduction, just so you know.
I do
The
still have
Paralith,
Is that including his
Looks-
modifiers?
that is including his modifier.
Okay.
The Paralith ain't got much this round. The Paralith looks tired as hell.
Good.
Okay. Gonna roll 2d6, and he's gonna give everything he's got and rolls max damage on that.
Ooh.
So 12.
So no, it's gonna be 21 total. But this is before the defensive maneuvers.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, we should have selected this beforehand, but what is your defensive maneuvers? You got 18 points to spend.
18. I'm going to do 2 slips.
Okay, and it's going to do...
That's -8.
It's -8. And then you're going to take -12.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, the -12 is not enough to stop the final uppercut from just lifting the Paralith off the ground. And the Paralith just kind of flies back, and it almost looks like slow motion to the crowd. Come on, crowd. Come on, crowd. And it looks like... And Mike... Yes, and Mike just... And he just comes up with all his best might and launches the Paralith into the ground. He comes off the ring at least, 6 inches and then falls back flat on the ground. Knocked out. Mike wins. Fight 1.
I just want to say, this is a very Mike Tyson round, all right? I'm saying he comes on that uppercut off of 2 fucking slips in a row. He ducks down to his knees to dodge 2 punches and then gives the most powerful uppercut from like 3 feet below
torque.
where the chin is. Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Straight up Little Mac uppercut.
And the Paralith is knocked the fuck out.
And he runs over to the corner. He runs over the corner and fucking is jumping up and down, and he grabs Fell across the ropes and it's like, "Hey, you fucking helped. You done it. We got the goddamn win. Thank you, my prestigious corner man."
Yeah, and then the Bright kind of like grabs you back and pulls you to the center of the ring, and he says, through his translator, he says, "Titanium Mike is the one who won this fight. He won the fight because he was the one that was better at winning the fight. And because he won the fight, we're naming him the winner of this fight. The Paralith is down because he lost the fight to Titanium Mike, who won the fight." Come back in 2 days where we'll have the second fight against an uplifted bear, which is a very stronger opponent for Mike, who's not used to fighting things that are uplifted or bears. And if they're a bear, they're uplifted, they're going to be a strong contender for Titanium Mike, who is the current champion because he won the current fight. Yeah!
I just want to say, during that period, Mike starts pounding his chest and like doing like, I don't want to say gang signs, but like pointing at his throat where the APA tattoo that he has is. And then when he hears like uplifted bear, he starts to like turn and be like, "Are you fucking kidding me? I gotta fight a goddamn bear."
Damn, that's gonna be wild, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I'm throwing gang signs, but gang signs.
I want to keep an eye on that
Definitely
Reptoid.
throwing up some APA signs, So the thing, everybody's celebrating, and Mike, you're just getting like roses tossed at you, and like the Glimshar pirates definitely like put like a cape around you. That's like a signal of being the current champ or whatever. And
I want to do the nice thing and go and help the Paralith up off the ground.
The Paralith gets up and looks at you eye to eye, right? Just, it's this inscrutable, like, expression on his face. And then it just reaches and grabs you and pulls you in for, like, this hug and gives you his robe and tries to take your, like, your robe's belt sash.
What's his robe look like?
His robe is blue and white. But he, just puts it on you.
Yeah, no,
And
I'll
he tries
take
to
it.
take your, like...
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. He can have my orange and white sash, and I'll take his robe, and I'll wear it for the next fight. And I don't know if he can understand me, but like, I'll wear this next fight with honor.
Right. So I imagine you guys celebrate this evening kind of as a group, I mean, far be it from me to like hand wave this. Is there anything you want to say that's meaningful, or is it just a night of celebration?
Yes. The answer to both questions is yes.
Okay, well, what do you got, Heath, then?
Yeah, we're celebrating. We're at whatever the nearest bar is. We're all taking shots. We're toasting. I mean, everybody's celebrating me, and that's not like a fucking ego thing. Like, I just want a big match or whatever. But at some point, I like go over to Zeno, and he's probably been sulking. I'm
not sitting next to you, but it's just like, but I am like supporting you in your time of like, you just won.
He was cheering you, but he's definitely feeling his feelings about it for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, I get a little drunk. I don't know whether he's been drinking or not, but
sure.
I like shrugged supporters off of me at some point and say, "Hey, give me a moment. I'm gonna go take a piss," And I go and I like grab Zeno by the shoulder a little roughly.
I don't need to help you piss.
That's but by the way, I'm not actually going to piss.
Subterfuge.
Yeah, you've always been a quite literal man. And we go off like around like a edge of the wall or bar or whatever, and I'm like, hey, look. I need a little bit more explanation than we had time for. Why the fuck did you never tell me about this? In all the years we've been friends, you never told me that you were the one that killed the man that got me charged with fucking murder.
And just a kind of a long look, and Mike's eyes knows he's got to tell him, And he's going to say, well, you had gotten out with Sedona's aid. It was never the right time. We all fell into this inertia with the Aslanti soon after. And at first I thought I was sparing your feelings. But after all the events at Golta, I didn't want to pass with any regrets. This was something you needed to know, and by then I had realized those were just excuses. In reality, I was ashamed to let this falsehood stand for as long as it had. I didn't want to risk losing your friendship.
You know what, John? I'm going to give you an inspiration for that.
Oh, nice.
I dig it. Here's what I'm going to need you to do. I need you to roll a d10.
All right, okay, rolling a d10. 8.
All right, so this one is from Jairus Tak from Tigard, Oregon.
Hey, man.
He doesn't have a particular message with this one, but he is one of our Patreon subscribers, and his support is nonetheless meaningful.
Thank you, my boy.
So you have a Jairus.
Shout out, man.
Yeah, you have your Jairus-piration.
All right.
Did I do it right, guys?
I'm really proud of you.
That's real cool.
All right,
That's
nailed it.
really
So you
cool.
have
that time.
Thank you, Jared.
All right, so you have a Jairus-piration, and thank you, Jairus,
Jared.
for your support. And get in those shout-outs.
Thank you so much.
We want to put those messages out for you. But nonetheless, thank you. Good job, John.
The response Mike has is like, about 48 out of 55 of what you said sounded like fucking excuses. So I'm going to go celebrate with the people that I know for a fact are my friends. And he walks the fuck away.
Ooh.
Oh, man, I just got dabbed on right there. Fuck.
Whoa, dude. Whoa.
Oh, yeah, that rocks Zeno to the
Scandalous.
core. You know?
Yeah. And Oren, you had something?
Yeah, Owen's gonna lean over to Ziva at some point, and during the thing, and say, "Captain, did you see those Dralics at the fight?"
Yes, they were very suspicious-looking asparagus. I don't quite know what that situation was about, but do you have any thoughts on it?
I don't know, but I don't like it. I think we probably need to bring our armor underneath our cheerleader outfits next time.
But
Just to be
make it
safe.
bulky and kind of bulge. It's not gonna lay the right
Yeah,
way.
but-
It's fine. Whatever. Fine. Yes, we can.
Just don't want to get
be
shot,
safe,
is all,
yes.
Captain. I'm just throwing it
I
out
just
there.
want a bit. Sometimes you die from fashion failure or whatever.
And Yeah, and so celebratory shenanigans ensue through the night, and y'all were through day 2. Is the morning of day 3 of your wait here to get your ship upgraded, your gun upgraded, all the things that you're kind of waiting on. Now, I must remind you as a GM that you also are trying to find some information on this Aurelos station. That's the only lead that you have of where the rune drive is. It is day 3, and you guys kind of crash for the night in the pods. And it's actually Hasachir who wakes you up, and he has returned from wherever he went to get stuff. He says, "Oh, well, it's a real pleasure to see you in the morning. I'm really excited that you're here, and I've got the things that you need. It shouldn't take too much longer. And Fel, would you like to take a tour of my facilities here? And I feel like you would appreciate some of the tools that I have."
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
So he does. He takes you through a tour, right, of his little space dock. You obviously are pretty familiar with the space pod, the rest pod facility, and the dining area. But there's a door that kind of exits out of the dining area that you haven't gone through before, and Hashachir takes you through there, and goes into this long hallway. He goes through a couple doors, opens, keeps going, opens another door, opens, and you find yourself in front of this control panel. You can look out the window, and it looks out into the bay, and you can see the Epoch Tracer there. And you see this control panel controls this huge set of automated tools that are kind of attached to it, and it's like huge tools that are obviously spaceship sized to work on StarCraft, And he's like, this is my pride and joy. I've spent a lot of time collecting these tools and getting the funds needed to make this, and I consider myself one of the best starship repairmen at Outpost Z. And he shows you the computer and kind of walks you through some of the protocols that it has and some of the functions that it has. And it's really quite impressive. It has this long arm that reaches out that has kind of a clamp on it. There's an electric saw that helps cut through things, and whatever needs to happen, whatever you could as an engineer think of what might be needed to improve a starship, the tools are all in one inclusive in this huge set of tools, and this computer controls it. And Hashachir is super proud of it,
Yeah, Hash, this is unreal. This is, God, I'm used to crawling around just little old me with a damn wrench and a couple ratchets and maybe a screwdriver. This is something else.
Yeah, I thought that you might like it. So I'm working on your ship. I'm going through this list of your stuff. I found the mount that I needed, and I'm gonna get started on it. It shouldn't take too long. I just, engineer to engineer, I thought you might like what you see here. Is it cool? Do you think I'm cool?
You have no
Do I've got it?
idea. No, you have no idea. This could not be any cooler. And you having this, man, that makes you all right in my book. This is just incredible.
Well, that makes me feel good. I thought you might like it. Well, all right. That's really all I had to show you. But don't you have a big date tonight? And he kind of elbows you in the ribs a little bit.
Phil face palms a little bit, just runs his hand through his hair. He's just yeah, I do. So tell me a little bit about this place you recommended for the date.
Oh yeah, it's called it's Talman's Restaurants, and I think she's calling it the Tall Rhines Bistro.
Tall O'Brien's Bistro. All right.
I don't know how she's found the ingredients that she's found, but we have fresh food here on Outpost Z for the first time in a long time. And if you really want to impress this half-red, this is where you need to take her, I'm telling you. I don't know what squidfish eat,
I don't.
but
That's look. I don't know much of anything about it. Or what? Who she? I don't. Fuck. I don't know what.
hey, let's not put the cart before the horse here. Let's you gotta feed her before you can fuck.
I'm not. That's not what I'm. Hash. Come on. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I'm terrible at this.
And on top of that, I don't even know how that would work.
Well, that's your problem to figure out, not mine. But I do think that you should take her to this place. It'd be a great place. It's real intimate. And, well, it's new. I bet she hasn't been there before. And I think that you could really impress her if you took her here. And don't you have some sort of in with Tamrin?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, well,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you say that's something that doesn't mean anything. None of us have any ins with Talman. We gotta wait for months to get on the waiting list for this fucking restaurant.
all right, fair. You know what? Yeah, I've got ends with Talmer.
Alright, well, you don't gotta brag about it.
Jesus Christ.
I like this dude.
Can't fucking win with this guy.
Have you made a reservation yet?
Shit, no, I haven't.
Oh, you're just as bad at this as I am.
Yeah, I know. It's
You
been a
might
minute.
want to go check in with your captain there. I bet she can probably help you out.
I bet she's probably already made the reservation knowing her. But yeah, I'm gonna go check with her.
Well, good luck. But don't bring her here. I don't have an extra pod.
I've got an entire starship. I don't think we need
a
pods.
pod
Where we're
junkie.
going, we don't need pods.
Love it.
Okay, so do you go to Captain?
Yeah, go to Ziva.
What do you say? Ziva's, what are you doing when he approaches you?
So when you come in, Ziva's actually gone back to the ship and pulled off some crates of clothing and stuff, and she has assembled like 17 different potential outfits, and they're lined out ready for you when you come back. And she's just like, oh, very perfect timing. Look, come here. I wanted to see against this particular skin tone that you've got going on right now. I know you can shift it and everything, but I think this particular look would suit you very, very nicely. What do you think? Yes, I know, it's beautiful.
I mean, you're not wrong, but thanks.
Oh my gosh, you're welcome. Don't even think about it. So,
I imagine that this outfit leaves a lot of Fell's skin exposed, so he can like kind of like flex his,
yeah.
his chameleon aspect. It's like a low cut, like V-neck.
And his
Sure.
new tattoo, it's like a racerback.
It's got some interesting asymmetric lines going on. But yeah, there's a lot of kind of
very
open
hip.
areas so that he can certainly flaunt his skin situation.
There was an attempt.
I know, I tried. She's going to say, well, I mean, try this on. What time is your date? So we know we have plenty of time to get everything worked out.
I'm not sure yet. I need to confirm that with her.
She drops what she has in her hands. She says,
I don't have a...
It's today, right?
What?
It's today.
Yeah.
You don't... Where are you taking her?
Talmerin's new spot.
Oh, okay. Well, then you've got the reservation set. So what time do you reserve?
Actually, I don't.
Oh, good. Okay. And she like immediately starts beeping on things on her like personal comm unit and connects with Talmarin to try and set this up swiftly because Phil can't be left
so
with
it's
his
like
own devices.
Hello, this is Talman. How did you get this number?
Talmarin is Ziva. Nariko Ziva Rajni.
Oh, yes. It is a
Okay, you don't
real
have to
pleasure
interrupt me
to
for this
meet
one.
thou, or to talk to thou. What can I do for thee?
Talman, I hear that you have a brand new establishment that I believe is
Well, yes, I'm
fabulous.
the one who told you about my new restaurant. You have reservations this Friday as a group, yes? You're going to come?
Yes, of course. But I was wondering if we could perhaps get something set up tonight for our fellow. He has a very special evening with a very special cuttlefish.
This is something that is pleasing to me. I think I can do this for thou. However, I am going to have to rearrange some things and piss off some space asparagus, but I do not think that this is a problem. I will make these arrangements for thee because you are some of my favorite people. You can go ahead and mark Fell +1 for tonight at 7:30. Does that sound good?
Talman, you're an absolute angel. Thank you so much. And don't worry about the space asparagus. I think they're always pissed off, so no worries there. I can't wait to see you Friday. Thank you so much.
Yes, I have the most beautiful booth made for thee, and I can't wait for you to see my restaurant and who I have working here too.
Oh, okay. Sounds
What does that
wonderful.
mean?
Alright, little bit foreboding, interesting. Okay, well, you have a wonderful evening. Bye, Talman.
I will talk to thou later.
Okay, so you hang up on your little communication, and then you see Fel, who's kind of like waiting with bated breath, like,
It's all taken care of. He's going to be 7:30 at Talman's restaurant. So I think it's between these two outfits. No, it's this one. Here, put it on. Let's just see. And then that's pretty much the rest of their time together, I imagine.
Right.
It's just-
So, like, basically, Ziva helps Fel pick up the perfect outfit. And Fel, you look sharp as hell. You look so sharp. Actually, Ziva, I need you to roll a disguise check.
Oh, okie dokie.
Ooh.
I can do that. Watch me.
Cause every cuttlefish crazy by the sharp dress fell.
Taking inspiration.
proud of you.
Taking inspiration.
Thank you.
of us.
Thank you.
Shit. Is that I'm sorry. Is that a bluff?
What? No, there should be a disguise check.
That was a test. Good job, Adam. That's
Got it.
accurate. Sorry. 24.
Okay. Fel, you are going to have a +2 to all charisma rolls for this date because you are looking fine.
Yes.
I got you, my dude.
All right, so let's fast forward. Fel, you arrive at the location of which Half Red has asked you to pick her up.
Okay.
Okay, so it's at her like little domicile. It's like this like weird pipe with a door on it, like a little hatch on it. But this is the place. I mean, you're looking at the address or like the coordinates or whatever that she gave you. You're like, okay, I guess this is it.
Yeah, and Fel knocks on the pipe door.
All right, so you knock. It's a few seconds later, the door opens. You see Half Red in front of you. Her watery bubble is a clean sphere. Like, it's not like wavy in any way. It's like a complete, like, perfect sphere around her. Okay? Her actual cuttlefish skin, instead of being kind of like the deep red orange that it normally is like pink. Like a really like beautiful pink. Not an obnoxious pink. Not like a neon pink or anything. Almost a mix between pink and peach, right? And when you open the door, her bubble kind of flashes with a quick pink color and then like settles down to a nice, more like kind of soft.
Like,
Yeah, it kind of settles to a more like soft lilac color, you know what I mean? And she has her little iPad, and when she opens the door, she holds the iPad up, and there's like a little wave emoji on it.
yeah, so Fel waves back at her, and then pulls his communicator out, or doesn't have an actual physical communicator. We say I brought a tablet.
Yeah. You've got your little iPhone. Everybody's
got one on their
iPhone.
in their armor, like for their armor.
Yeah, so you can communicate.
Gotcha.
Like, so here's the deal, Josh. Just so you know, this entire date is going to have to be communicated with emojis.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, but you have the means to do such.
Yeah. So, I have take my little phone tablet thing and type out an arrow, a squid, a thumbs up, a smiley face, and then a question mark. Like, how are you, basically?
Okay. So roll a diplomacy check +2.
16.
Okay, that's good. So, basic roll there. You had to beat a 15. She understands what it is that you're trying to say. And she puts a picture of just the general picture of a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she scrubs that, and then she puts a big smiley face and a sun.
Looking hot?
Yeah.
There you go.
Fell's skin tone shifts, like blushes, like his entire body except for the APA tattoo, blushes just a little bit, like trying to keep his cool, but not really doing a great job of it. And then just kind of gestures to her, like, "Well, let's go."
Yeah, and she just kind of comes out of the pipe in one big bubble. Makes this weird pop sound as it comes out, just like, and she's just kind of floating next to you, and she wraps a tendril kind of around your waist as you guys make your way to Talman's restaurant called Tallrines. And then once she realizes where you're taking her, like once you kind of approach the perimeter of the restaurant, like her iPad's just flashing with like an excited emoji and a wide-eyed emoji and in like food and like the kind of the praise emoji, like, yeah, like she's super stoked to be here. And you can feel her kind of watery grip around your waist tighten.
As a person, as a player, I'm just like, man, this is so fucking weird. Like, if I could be making, if the face that I, as a player, am making right now is the like eyes scrunchy with the zigzag mouth.
Yeah.
Like just like. But I mean, Fell's digging it. Fell's big toothy grin ear to ear. And just, I guess, leads her into the restaurant.
Okay, so you walk into this restaurant, and like the entire decor is like this really surprisingly like hip look, where like all the furniture is framed with pipes, like scrap pipes that Talman has found and built like tables out of and chairs out of, with this kind of like really soft velvet cushions on everything, on the chairs, right? So you have these like pipe built chairs with cushions, velvet cushions in the center. There's like a bar that's built out of a long like grate that she found and like was able to weld a little bit into kind of a half of a hexagon, right? And when you walk in the hostess station, you see one of the Aslanti guards that are Aslanti engineers that you guys got, that you gave to Talman. It's like kind of just looking like blank faced. It just says to you in Aslanti, "Welcome to Tallrines. It is a pleasure to meet, to have your guest, your patronage here. Do you have a reservation?"
Wow.
Yeah, I do actually, sir. If you look on the list, it's Felino Marana.
Oh, yes, sir. I see that right here, right this way. And he like takes you kind of back into this dimly lit booth again with like copper piping and like somewhere Talmarin has found some kind of velvet, like green velvet fabric to upholster all the seats, and you sit in this really intimate kind of two-top. And there's actually like a curtain that like gives you privacy. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys have ever been to a restaurant like this, but there's like this curtain that kind of pulls over your table, so you have this nice privacy. And as he sits, he says, "Your waiter will be with you shortly, bringing spring water and any libations that you would like to have." And he goes back to his hostess station.
Hey, I appreciate it, buddy, and good to see you again.
He just looks at you confused, like, have we met before? I have no memory of you.
That's what I was wondering.
Okay.
That's what I was wondering.
But it is, if we have met, I'm sure it was a pleasure, and I hope that your experience here at Talrines at Talrines is pleasurable.
I'm sure it will be. Thanks.
And Half-Red seems a little impressed already that you have not only this reservation, but you have like this special table, you know, and you're like, oh, don't I know you or whatever, you know.
Gonna pop that bubble.
And like no sooner than you guys get situated, and another one of the engineers arrives with a decanter of like crystal clear water and brings it to your table, kind of pours you each a glass, doesn't say a word, just pours a glass and walks off. And then shortly after that, Talmarin herself arrives, says,
Hello, Fel.
Oh, hey, Tal.
Yes, I'm so glad that you've got to see my establishment. And before everyone else at that. What makes you so special, my dear boy? Oh, I see you have a date. Half-Red, it's good to see you. And
Half-Red just kind of like does a winky emoji on her little iPad or whatever. It says,
May I suggest just doing the chef's choice this evening?
I mean, I'm feeling adventurous, and I'll take your recommendation for it. I don't know, like, how Half-Red, how you feel about that?
Just a Half-Red just does a thumbs up, and then like about 3 wine glass emojis.
Yeah, and Talmarin, go ahead and bring us a bottle of good wine.
Yes, I will do that for you, Fel. And can I just ask you, what do you think of my staff?
And Talmarin winks.
Could not be better.
Yes, I thought thou would like it. I will be back, and you will not be disturbed any further.
And Talmarin leaves, and you know, throughout the course of the night, there's wines brought to your table, this beautiful 5-course meal, and it's incredible. Like, Talmarin definitely has found some sort of connection to actual ingredients. This isn't synthesized food. This is like real good, meaningful food. And like, it's probably the best meal that Fel has had, certainly since the start of this adventure, but maybe since,
ever.
Yeah, it might be ever.
Yeah.
So we won't get too much into the food. What I want you to tell me, kind of just generally, is what is the conversation between you and Half-Red here? Half-Red is certainly very into you, is giving you all the emojis that are showing signs of being engaged in the date and like enamored with you.
I think Fel would want to, and she'd probably be interested in knowing, like, he left and then he came back, so a little something of what happened while he was
so
there.
You kind of tell your like hero story a little bit.
Yeah, and I've got some emojis lined
all right,
up
let's hear it.
To try and do that.
Let's hear it.
Lay it on us, man.
Here we go. alligator, chain, explosion, dizzy, soldier.
Okay. And like her colors are changing appropriately to your kind of explanation, you know. There's like this kind of yellow color of fear as you're describing the situation, and then like I don't know what is the color of pride? Purple, right? Some purple as you kind of talk about some of your successes. Some red as you talk about some of the things that pisses her off about the Aslanti and what they were doing there. You know, some anger. Some green, a little slight shades of green and envy of not being able to be there with you to help, you know, and then certainly some deep pinks of just being enamored with you and your heroic endeavors that you did, you know.
I've got another one lined up for that, for the heroic endeavor. Robot, 2 people holding hands. Mechanic, like person with a wrench, and he points to himself as he does that. Exhausted, a sweating face, a running person, an arrow pointing towards a spaceship.
Okay, roll a diplomacy check on that.
All right,
that's a lot that you're communicating there, you know.
That is +2. A 13 +2, so 15.
15 is what you got to hit. So you're able to convey your story, and Half Red is literally melting in her seat. Like her bubble is just like like at the risk of being crude, she's wet. You know what I mean? Like,
just gotta type that shit out. Yeah, sploosh.
Oh yeah, give me the water splash emoji. Good stuff.
You know,
I hope this is good radio for everyone at home.
She certainly conveys through her emojis this sense of missing you. No, she shows a picture of a man, and then you know those like singular black dots that are in emojis that like people play Connect 4 with emojis. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All right, so she does a picture of a man, 2 black dots, and then like kind of a point emoji to you. So roll a sense motive.
Okay.
With the +2.
All right, so that's a +7 total. That is a 14.
Ooh, you're kind of confused of what she's trying to say here, and so she tries again, right? And she does a pointy emoji and like angles her iPad so it's clearly pointing to you, right? And then she puts a time, like a clock, on there, and then a crying face, right?
Oh, yeah.
So let's roll that sense motive one more time.
I think the player,
I think the player probably understands.
Yeah, I think Fel gets it too with a 25.
Yeah, so you get that she was really worried about you and missed you, right? And that the black eyes, you're like, oh, she's talking about my eyes. Those black orbs are talking about my eyes, trying to specify which man she was talking about. And then, like, once she establishes that she missed you, she, like, puts a heart emoji and a happy emoji and a dinner emoji to try to like basically indicate that she's glad that you're here. And then she like hesitates for a moment. She's like typing something in her iPad, you can't see what it is, and then she does a couple backspaces. She types something else
the whole time just hearing
backspace. And then the whole while her color aura is just blushing. It's like this deep pink red. And it's not the angry red, right? This is the red of passion. She finally, like, the cuttlefish lifeless eyes just looks at you. And her whole water bubble kind of like expands out as full as it can get. as clean as an orb as it can get. She finally turns her iPad towards you. And there's a picture of a fish, a peach, a man, and an eggplant. And then a question mark.
There it is. There it is.
We made it, boys.
It's canon now. It's canon now.
And this is towards the end of the night, right? Like after like this is not early. This
Y'all are a little sauced up. Y'all are wine
this
drunk.
is definitely.
You know what I'm
like,
saying, Phil?
This is 2 bottles of wine deep, 5 courses in. You're eating your dessert, like as this happens.
So I got something for her. The same thing that she did to gesture me, like the face, the 2 dots, and then a man swimming.
You dirty dog.
All right, so we're gonna cut the scene there.
Please.
So Fel. So what it comes down to is Fel and Half Red retires to Half Red's domicile, and can we just get an answer quick? I don't want details. Just a quick answer. How did that go?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Roll performance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Performance check.
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it for fun. Let's roll a little performance check for fun.
You gotta
There
give
isn't
him a big
performance in
bonus, though,
Starfinder,
man.
dude.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's roll an acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
And I'm gonna give
gonna give her a big bonus.
I'm gonna give you a plus 10 because she's into it.
He's probably pretty good at
All
acrobatics.
right.
Maybe not.
No, plus 10?
Plus 10,
That'd be 23 total.
23 total. We'll say that both parties were pretty satisfied. But here's the deal. So, Fel, you're spending the night at Half
did
Red's
this.
house, right?
We did.
Okay. The rest of you, I imagine, are back at Hashachir Space Dock celebrating Mike's win. Drinking, having a good time. You finally retire to the pods. Get some sleep. Things are feeling good. You guys are feeling good. It's been a pretty good day, I think, overall for everybody. As you're sleeping, around 2 a.m, you hear the sound of a loud explosion echoing from the repair bay, briefly shaking the nearby walls, waking you all up. Fire alarms ping in all the chambers, and all of you within the rejuvenation pods are awoken and alerted to this disaster. A brief blackout happens in the space dock, plunging it into darkness before dim emergency lights flicker along the floor and illuminate the rooms. And we'll fucking see ya.
Oh,
What the
what the fuck, man?
Are you fucking kidding me? I did 28 minutes of goddamn cuttlefish sex and then get blown up?
You quit.
You gotta get in that cloaca.
Talk about a climax.
Damn. That was good.
This episode has been sponsored by Roll20. This is how we roll.